Friends, hello, welcome back. Hopefully everyone's day's been going well. We have the Philadelphia Flyers next up here on our rebuild series. The Flyers, an interesting team. They're not really they are in a cup contender status right now, I believe, right? Let's take a look here real quick. No, they're conservative buyers, so they're looking to win, but they're not all out. Let's win a championship. We're going to try to change that, though, for these guys. Looking at this team, though, it is a nice team top to bottom. JVR is definitely going to stick out. He's an 86 overall, though. There was a point where his overall was down to an 82, 83, where he was struggling. He came to Philly, though. He's been playing a lot better. Back up that 86, so it doesn't hurt as bad on that $7 million contract. Then you have Voracek, 86 at $8 million. And you have Konechny, you have Giroux, Couturier. A lot of solid players. $6 million. I didn't realize Provorov ended up getting paid $6.75. How long was that contract for him? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, a long one. So what? 4 years? They got him past the bridge deal technically there because he's not going to be an RFA at the end of it. And Hayes, Farabee, Augusta, Spare. A lot of players on this team to work with. A lot of cap space being taken up. What? $4 million in cap space? Okay then. Sure. Sign me up, I guess. Honestly, when you look at this team, I guess you have a lot of guys in an 8 and 7 range, but no 10. There's a lot though. 1, 2, 3, 4 guys getting $7+ million. 5 guys. Can't count. Sorry. No, you was right the first time. 4 guys. That's crazy. I don't have that much cap space. I guess you consider Carter Hart's probably getting paid nothing. Elliott's getting paid nothing. So they're saving $3-4 million on goaltenders there. That helps. Let's take a look at this team though. I want to say original thoughts, defense maybe a defensive player too. This team doesn't seem like a team that needs a lot of support, but again, EA called him a conservative buyer. They do need some support. Maybe the second line. Let's see here, Giroux. I feel like Giroux should be the center, right? You got Couturier, you got Voracek. How they're looking for chemistry. Looks like Couturier needs to be on that first line. Giroux needs to be on that first line. Man, that's tough. So not a lot of guys want to be on that second line. Couturier, Giroux. Maybe we move Voracek off the first line. Can he second line it? Yeah, he can. We could move possibly Konechny. He's good where he's at. We could be a third liner. Possibly JVR up there. That's a goal scorer, right? Yeah, 91 on a shot. We'll put JVR up on that first line. Try to balance it out a little bit there. Get some goal scoring. Get the defense out of Giroux and Couturier as well. Some solid players. That could be a good line that works right there. Kevin Hayes, power forward. Doesn't have a lot of chemistry. That's unfortunate because the power forwards, as we know, we can make something good out of that. We get that sniper power forward playmaker combination, but it's not looking like something that's going to roll for these guys. So we get the playmaker, the power forward. Konechny really could be that third line guy. Can Konechny win draws? Probably not. No, 70. Had to take a look though. You'd be a good third liner. Farabee, 87, 88. How's he look as far as chemistry? Is not really there either. We might move him down. I really like this team. Just looking at it, I guess, yeah. If we were to move Konechny down here, we're not going to fourth line him, of course, but we move him to the third line, and Lindblom down there to the fourth line. I think that makes, honestly, it looks like we just pick up a right wing for that second line. I think we're in good shape there. Do we go sniper? I think we go sniper for that second line. And then on defense, ooh, +5 that third line, baby. Oh yeah, we're going to keep that. That's a good start. That is a great start. It looks like we need, yeah, defense is definitely what we're looking for here, though. 85 overall Provorov. That's all the higher Provorov's overalls in this game. That's a little bit low. Just a smidge. I don't think we can +5 anything else on that line. So it might be, how much is Braun getting paid? 1.8. Sanheim's getting 3.2. So there's some flexibility there. Would definitely like, we can move a couple of these guys. We're going to either move Myers or Braun. I think we leave the bottom line as is. But both those guys got some cap, flexibility there for us because they're 1.1, what was it, 1.8 and 3 million or so. So we should be good there. I want to start with the, do we start with the sniper? We're going to start with the sniper. We're going to go to search, not proposed. I think we start with the sniper, even though the defense is important. No, we better not. We better start with the defense. It'd be great to have defense or a sniper out there, but I think this offense is more than capable of putting up goals. So we better start with the defense. Make sure these guys can win games. So we'll go defense. Don't really care what we go after here. Going to go and lower that contract though to about, I don't know, about 5 million. Because it'd be nice to get 2 guys. If we could pick up 2 guys, that'd be great. So we'll look in the 5 milli range. And we probably shouldn't have went just off anything because these trade values are going to be off the charts here. But we'll try to make it work. Morgan Riley. That's a nice contract there in Morgan Riley too. Defensive pairing 3 is the only place he fits. Coach is not doing us any favors in this one. I can tell you that much. Charlie McAvoy, same story. McCarr don't fit anywhere. Klingberg fits anywhere. He's a little pricey. Just a smidge. But he fits on the old defensive pairings. That's great. One of the few options we got there. Quinn Hughes doesn't fit anywhere. Orensky nowhere. Maybe Volunteer. I really got to take him off the lines. Or off of the game. Ekholm. I like Ekholm too. Pairing 2. Barrie fits anywhere. It's a little bit cheaper. I think we could start with Tyson Barrie. That's an 86 overall there. Lower contract. I like it. Let's try Tyson Barrie. Fits anywhere on this team. We need guys like that. And he's a two-way guy. Prefer that over the offensive defenseman, which we might go after, well, you know, when it's all said and done regardless. No, that's not going to work. We don't have a lot of prospects, it looks like, as far as high trade value, guys. We'll start with Forrester. We're, of course, going to move a defender. We're going to go with, I don't know, who looks nice today? Justin Prime. You are about to be voted off the island, right? Yeah, 1 point is. So let's make sure we didn't get the guys on the third line taken off there. Braun's gone. If it ain't Ryan, we don't want it. Oh, okay, I didn't click on his name. Sick. Good call there. You got to hit X on that there, pal. First day playing the game? Might be. All right, there we go. Perfect. Edmonton would have over 40, whatever, 40, can't read. 50 players on the skid organization. There we are. Perfect. So on a draft pick there as well. Hopefully this is an easy trade to make with Tyson Barrie. I'm not too sure, though. Look at that trade value. That's what I'm saying. EA doesn't see these guys as winners either. Go ahead and send that. Second for Barrie. That would have been something. We could have pulled that one off. That would have been a fleece job. We'll try the third, though. Just for a good time. They are not willing to wheel and deal. I get it. We're trying to nickel and dime these guys for a guy that's going to be our top line defender. They won't even take 2/3 or 2 seconds. They're trying. Let's throw in a third, baby. There we go. I knew you'd like that. Yeah, we'll go best GM lines for the time being here. Jamie Drysdale. Let's see what else we got here. I'd like to go one more defender, honestly. We'll get one more defender and then worry about the forwards. That's my thinking here personally. And apparently we're the one making a video, so we're going to have to go with that. Okay, so Pickering. Who the heck was it? It wasn't Hughes. They felt, oh, you know what they did? They messed the trade value. I was going to say, where did all these young guys come from? So it was Klingberg. Did we go with Klingberg? That'd be a big addition to pick up Klingberg. We got the two-way forward in Barrie. Let's take a look at Provorov real quick. We could go after Klingberg. We can make that work. Provorov. How do you look, pal? Hopefully good. I know you just missed their lines. Yeah, sure did. Provorov, you will fit nowhere. Okay, beautiful. Love to see it. So it doesn't really matter, though, because he ain't going to fit anywhere. We can just put him where we put him. Yeah, I like it. We pick up the 80s. How's Tyson Barrie's chemistry look? I'm curious. He actually fits in a second line really well. We could +3 that second line with him, and maybe somebody else. We'll see. We're going to go out to Klingberg, though. Klingberg might be able to bump that up, too, on the second line. If we picked up Klingberg and Barrie, could that be a second line D pair? That seems like a silly idea to an extent. What would that look like? Barrie, Klingberg, and then it'd be Sanheim and Provorov in the first. Yeah, we probably can't do that. We got to have those guys in the first line. We'll give it a try, though. We'll see what they're doing over there in Dallas. If they want to move John Klingberg to the Philadelphia Flyers. I'm going to say they don't, but I'm going to say we're going to overpay and make it happen. Klingberg. Who am I missing? So why? I don't understand why our trade pick or draft pick's so high. I feel like this is a solid team. Klingberg, what you got, pal? Over the cap. You don't want to see that. Barrie, Sanheim. Sanheim was going to go, wasn't he? Dang it, that was the problem. No, he wasn't. Yes, he was. He has to go if we're going to move. Look at this defense. Why am I not thinking this one through here? 86 Barrie, Provorov, Gostisbehere, and then Prosser. Prosser's going to play. That's our bottom line. We would have Barrie. I want to say it was Myers, actually. I think Myers is going to go. That's what it was. We'll get rid of Myers. Higher contract, too, so that's going to help us out a little bit there. Keep us barely under the cap, which means we're going to be stuck looking at an entry-level sniper if that's the direction we go. So we'll try to get them to retain some salary. Again, I can't imagine them doing it. We know how EA works. They don't retain salary. We could give them $5 million and say, hey, can you retain 4? And they'd be like, yeah, about that. I don't think we're going to do it. Even though we're profiting on the trade. Yeah, that killed our draft pick value real quick. We should have made the other trade first. That's all right. Dang, that's crazy. One defender. I would have never guessed one defender was going to move that meter like that, but it did. Trade rejected. That's fine. I know you're not going to take it anyway because, again, we are asking to retain salary, so we'll just throw any and everything at you until we get to a point that they are willing to take it. They're going to say no on a second and a third. That's absolutely fine. We're going to go, what, another first. Forget about it. Like I said, I don't think they're going to take it regardless. They're just going to tell us not to retain that salary. Oh, they ain't going to take it even with 2 firsts and a third. They really value. We got to be careful. I've got to be careful because Klingberg would be great. But we have to make sure we have some draft capital, or trade capital, I should say, for our sniper. Where's that going to put us? The retaining thing's an issue. Okay, so there's our answer. Will we get them to retain anything of John Klingberg's contract? It's going to be very tough to find a sniper on an entry-level deal that is cheap. That's going to be our problem we have here. We're going to drop it down to about 8 or 775. I'm going to drop the third. 2 first and a third. Yeah, I still want to do that. That's perfect. What about just 2 first? No, they're not willing to do that. Okay, 2 first and a third. That's fine. We know where they're sitting then. Or 2. Oh, let's try a fourth. Forget about it. We're getting greedy here. Current situation. Yeah, okay, so the fourth will actually do it. Perfect. I'd like to see that. Would love to see them retain it. They're not going to retain anything, though. They never do. So we're going to try 350 for a good time. We're going to say negatory. And we're just going to drop this all the way down. Because, again, why not? There you go, Klingberg. There you go. Welcome to Philadelphia, pal. Good to have you. A little bit concerned now about this cap situation. We're going to make it work. It says we have $4 million in cap, but I'm assuming that's got some long-term deals not accounted for. Because we was pressed right up against it there for a second. So let's go, what, sniper? We're going to have to go cheap. We don't have a choice. Let's see what's out there. We don't normally look cheap sniper, though, in these rebuilds. We're normally looking like cheap power forward, cheap defender. So this could actually be a little bit of a different outlook we have here. So we'll see how it goes. I like it, though. We got to change up the team every once in a while. Just mix things up. So we'll try 4 million. No, we do this 31 times. 32 technically when we do Seattle. Gonna change it up a little bit, but we'll look up 4 million and below, and we're not gonna be able to afford some of these guys. 85 we can afford. Bjorkstrand, Blue Jacket legend. Let's talk about it. How do you fit on a team? Forward line 2. He says, sign me up. Okay then. I really like Victor Golofsson though. How's he look? Better goal scorer. Oh, he fits in a first line though. Golofsson. Dang it, Olofsson. Come on, pal. All right. We could make it work. We could put JVR in the second line, right? Really would have been nice to boost that chemistry, though. I like the goal scoring out of Golofsson. I'm going to call him Golofsson forever. I just think that's the way it should be. I like that name. Victor Golofsson. So 92 accuracy, 90 shot power. Man. Tunnel vision on Victor Olofsson. Let's keep going. Garland, what do you got? 88. Seshnikov, I knew he was going to reset when we hit right trigger. Kaprasov's up there, not quite the goal scorer yet. Garland again, 90 on Buchnevich. How's Buchnevich look? Second line. He fits on a second line. Would that work out better if we kept him on a second? I really want to see that max out second line. Try to get that +3 going if we can get that. That would help the shot as well. 90 on the accuracy. I think we might try Buchnevich. 3 million is a little bit cheaper as well. Keep going here. I don't want to go below an 85. I want to stay 85 or above here. Rana, you're out of here. So we're going to try Buchnevich. Buchnevich. 85. See what we got here, New York. You guys got plenty of assets. You don't need him. Just send him on over. I know you'd love to send him to an interdivision rival like the Flyers. No hat. Let's go. Flyers. Wait, hang on a second. What's the cap look like? Oh, yeah, just a little bit over. 3 bills. None of them uncle either. All right, so let's see. Who can we move? No. It's not going to work. That's going to work, though. Who's that hog? Get the Hoggernator out of here. We can get him and Awubi Kawubi. I don't know how to say that guy's name. The slightest clue. 83.7. We might throw him on there, though. Do we have enough players in the organization? Is the question. Yeah, we're at 50 right now, so we'll be good. Can Rangers hold on to that, though? That's the next question. No. Dang it. So we're going to have to try to make it work like... I don't know. You're going to have to retain some contract. I can't believe we're that far over on a $3 million contract. Has Buchnevich got a long-term deal coming up I don't know about? That has to be it, doesn't it? We weren't that far over the cap to start. That's tough. Well, I guess we're passing up on Buchnevich. I don't think we're going to make it work. We don't have the capital. The tough part was once we made that trade for a defender, it killed our first-round draft pick. We should have used that first-round draft pick on the first one. It's all right, though. Who was another player? 85 Garland's out there. That's an entry-level deal. That might be where we have to look. Or again, Olofsson's out there, but he's 3.8. You have Bjorkstrand, who's cheaper, fits on the second line. And he wasn't the man we wanted to go after immediately. That was the problem. So we can go Oliver Bjorkstrand. Or potentially, who was the entry-level guy? Garland? But Garland doesn't fit on the second line. I'd rather go with the chemistry here. It seems to matter significantly. Oh, no, he does fit on the second line. Maybe we go Garland. He ain't too much different than Bjorkstrand. from a shot perspective. We'll give Garland a try here. And that'll, again, that'll help a lot because we don't have any cap space right now. Look at that. We're over the cap by 300K even with Garland. We're just struggling there. We knew we'd be close, though, so we went defense first to try to make sure we got the defenders, because if we would have went offense first, we'd be like, it's just a sniper for $4 million, it's fine, and we get the defense, and we would have been stuck. So it's a good thing we went this direction first. That's going to put us under the cap, and that's going to put us in a very tight predicament where this Flyers team has pretty much everybody they can possibly get as far as becoming a contender, because we've traded away this future, and we have no cap space, and we'll just be ready to sim up this season. It's all right, though. We like doing it that way. Here we go. First and a second, Garland, make the trade. All right, let's take a look at this team. Best lines, send it to us, yay. We'll change it ourselves. Feeling good about this Flyers team, though. I felt good about it going into it. I was kind of surprised about the conservative buyer and how, again, high EA expected that draft pick to be for the Flyers. So we got Voracek, Couturier, Drew. I think that's where we are, not Drew. Voracek, Couturier, JVR. That's what we had before, right? And then did we move Voracek to the second line? Yeah, it was Voracek. So we'll put Drew first line. And we have Garland, and it was not Konechny. Was it? Was it Konechny? No, it wasn't Konechny. Who was our power forward? Kevin Hayes. Hayes to the second line. We'll go you here. Yeah, that'll +3. Beautiful. That's what we wanted to see. They got the +3 chemistry, so that's big. Konechny on the third line. That is some solid depth. You really probably should not play center, though. Who's played center? Who's center in that third line? It looks like nobody. We're going to go out there and rock no centers on the bottom 6. Not a big deal. Nobody can win draws. Oh, I'm in. Oh, okay. There's a lot. And a lot can win draws. All right, that's a start. We might put him on it. Nolan, can you win draws? He's like, maybe next time. Oh, man. Are we about to run this with Konechny at center? That seems like a little bit of a gutsy call there. The crazy thing is his faceoffs aren't that much lower than some centers with bad draws. So we might be able to make it work. We're going to have to. Klingberg, Provorov, Barrie, Sanheim. Which one of these guys wanted to be a first liner? Barrie did. Barrie and... Man, that's the first line. Barrie and Klingberg fit well together. Provorov, Sanheim. I like that. I think that's a solid D pair there. What are they giving Carter Hart? 84? Carter, what happened, pal? Wasn't he the one? No, it was just Jorkin. They jumped on early with the 86. That's why the draft value is so high. I thought for sure they had Carter at like an 86, 87. I know he struggled this year. But, he's usually a little bit slower sometimes. I guess he's younger, so they got to be quick on the trigger. You can't just go out there and hold on to these guys, high overalls if they only played a year and a half or whatever. Say, we're gonna live and die by that 86 if they struggle. So I get it. Completely understand it. But we're going to live and die on Carter Hart this year. And we're going to hope that this young man can grow, improve, and play well behind this Philadelphia Flyers team. So far, decent. 6-4-2. Like to see the boys start playing a little bit better, though. 500 ball is not what we call a Stanley Cup winner. So if we could start heating up here a little bit, that would be fantastic, Philadelphia. There we go, 9-5-2. Honestly, I was expecting playoffs. I was expecting to easily. There we are, top of the division. Flyers catching the win streak here in the month of December. Haven't lost yet in the month of December. We had to say it. Thank you for making that reality come true there, Tampa Bay. Appreciate it. Back on the win streak, though, against them Buffalo Sabres. Got the back-to-back Rangers, Toronto. Big back-to-back there. Can we take at least one of the two? Yes. Took the one against the Toronto Maple Leafs. Big win there. W against the Ottawa Senators as well. Team's going to be, mid-November. Looking good there. Penguins lost that one there. 15-8-2. Should we? We'll give it a couple more weeks. I think we should take a look at that bottom 6. We have bottom 6 with centers that can't win draws, but it could be working. This game sims up in mysterious ways, especially when it comes to bottom 6. You can make it work sometimes. As long as they're positive players, I'm happy. 19-10-2. We need to take a look at that power play. I forgot to run over that as well there, so we got to make sure that's right. So we'll stop right here. Flyers, Giroux playing really well right now. 37 points, 21 really well. That's a lot of goals for Giroux this point of season. How they looking? Plus 11. Well, first line's been up goals. Minus Couturier. He's passing that puck around like crazy. 26 assists, plus 15, plus 11 for Giroux. Again, 25 points for Voracek, 16 for Hayes. You got Garland at 22, so the top 6 playing well. There we go. That's what we've seen in the bottom 6. So Lindblom, plus 12. Konechny, plus 12. Farabee, plus 7. And that bottom line, plus 1. Minus 1 out of Lawton, and plus 6 out of Patrick. This ought to be interesting, though. What are the stats looking like for Travis Konechny in the dot? This man's going to be a legend, I know it. 45%. Hey, that's not bad. That's rookie-level face-off stats. We can live with that. We really can. Defense, plus 13, plus 11. That Sanheim Provorov line is kind of iffy, but we have to work with it. We got the chemistry going with the other two lines, so we're going to keep it as is there. Power play, how's it looking? Giroux, Voracek, Couturier, Barrie, Klingberg. That's actually nasty. Dang, you have those two guys at the point. I'd love to, get a Hayes or Konechny up there, or even JVR. But, I don't know, that's solid. We'll leave Klingberg up there, I guess, and move JVR up. JVR is the right-handed shot? Nice, the left-handed shot. We'll move him over here. JVR, Giroux, Couturier, Voracek. I think that'll work. We do need that goal scorer in that top power play unit, I think. That's what we was missing there for that Pacific unit. Can't speak today, fellers. We'll take a look, though, real quickly. See how the special teams statistics are looking here. Flyers top of the division right now. 3.31 goals for. Goals against 2.72. Not too bad. Yeah, the power play has been horrible. 14.4%. So move that goal score up there. Hopefully that helps out. If it doesn't, we could always consider even bringing Garland up there as well. I'd like to keep the other three up there. That's the big three in Philly. You want those guys on your first line unit. But if they're not going to score goals, they're not going to score goals. So we're going to try to mix it up and bring up those goal scores if we can. I think they'll be all right, though. Your power play goes in hot spells. It goes in cold spells. We bring up the goal score up there at the point now as well. Open up that one-timer possibility for this team. And we should be all right. Flyers 22-11, though. Ending December here. Oh, no. Telling you what. Flyers looking good. I think we might become a full-time YouTube singing personality. Not really. That would not end well. But here we go. Detroit back-to-back. You gotta win both of those. They ain't going to, though. It's all right. Team's still top of the division, heading into the trade deadline again. No cap space. Traded away most of our draft picks. We're just riding this bad boy out. We'll be a seller for a good time now. We're going to enter that trade deadline. Of freaking course not. Flyers going to enter the playoffs, though. Top of the division. I think that's what we're looking at here. Blue Jackets, look at you guys go. 22-36. That's my team. That is a top 3 pick waiting to happen. Good for them. It's crazy. I don't say it's crazy, but it isn't crazy because the Blue Jackets did lose some pieces. But you just I can't help but think you add Patrick Laine and think you could build on that. Just never really came about there. It's all right, though. Columbus, big draft this year, to say the very least. It's going to be a tough draft with, all the COVID restrictions, the guys not playing, everything like that. The scouting and everything, how it's going to go down. It's going to be an interesting one. You could possibly see some really nice steals later in the draft. You might also have some guys getting taken super early that just completely become bust. You don't know. It's going to be an interesting year. I kind of like it. It's like playing the lottery. Flyers, though. 52 wins this season. Can we get it? There it is. 52 of them. Might even get 53. Got the Florida Panthers in the first round. Flyers, Panthers. We'll wait to see how that one goes there. As for this team, though, again, we'll take a look at the special teams first. Just to see if they improved on that power play. I don't know if you mess with it regardless. You won 53 games, 110 points. It's probably close to the Presidents. Let's see here. 3.2 goals for, 2.5 goals against. The defense really stepped up in the second half. 16.9. So the power play went up 3%. We're going to take that. We're going to take that and in an attempt not to shake things up to end the season. Giroux ended up with 41 goals. My goodness. Good for Giroux. We was looking for that goal scorer in the first line. We was just looking in the wrong places. 28 by 44 for Voracek. Couturier had 50 assists. He's just channeling his inner Nicholas Backstrom over there on that top line. 16 by 41 for Garland. JVR at 56 points. Positive players across the board. JVR taking some penalties. Him and Couturier both there, it looks like. Bottom players were all positive as well. You like to see that process, that bottom line, I should say, for the defense. Look at that, plus 32. That's how important that plus 5 is. You put that, what was it, an 82? 77 to an 82, right. You plus 5 that line and bang. Those guys play outstanding. How did Carter Hart do to end the season? I'd imagine really well. 9-13. Above average. I'm going to say they do pretty well because the team had a 2.5 goals against on the season. I think this team's ready to go. Ready to play a little playoff hockey. Florida Panthers in the first round. Florida Panthers, a team that was a wild card team that just squeaked in. Yeah, 82 points. Not really. They had a really good season. 101 points. So not your everyday wild card team. It was a loaded Atlantic division where those 4 teams that finished with 100 points. This Florida Panthers team, though, will score the goals, but they'll allow them as well the way it looks. 2.95 goals against. Got to use that to our advantage. When playoff hockey comes around, things tighten up. It looks like the Flyers should have the edge on this one. 53, 25, and 4. That's what the statistics are telling us. We'll see if the sim engine agrees here. Playoffs come around and anything can happen. Flyers going to win game 1 with a 3-0 shutout. Going to win game 2 4-1 right now, making easy work of those Florida Panthers so far. Going to lose game 3, win game 4. Got a chance to close the series out in just 5 against these Florida Panthers. And the Flyers will indeed do that. Second round could be the easier matchup here. Not as strong of a division was this Metro. And that's who the Flyers are going to get here in the second round as a winner of that 2-3 game. And it's going to be the Washington Capitals here. Don't sleep on them Caps ever. See what they got here. Game 1, L. Game 2, L. I said don't sleep on them Caps. And they are showing us exactly why. This matchup's not looking too good right now for these Philadelphia Flyers. They're going to go into game number 4, down 0-3. Capitals haven't lost a game yet. 7-0 in the playoffs. This team's on fire. And they might not lose one against the Flyers either by the looks of it. Jensen with the goal. Hey, Philly. Hey, Philly. The things are going so well. What is this? I don't know, score some goals. Power play. Nothing doing. Capitals are just stonewalling this Philadelphia Flyers team. There's a goal. They have a chance. They need one more. Nolan Patrick from the slot. The Capitals continue to clamp things down, though. Besides that low-scoring game, Capitals going to get the power play with no time left. That's going to end it. The Flyers are going to get broomed in the second round. But it was a solid team. Solid team, top of the division. Got out of the first round. But unfortunately, as we know, when you trade away the entire future, you want to win that Stanley Cup. You need to win that Stanley Cup. Not going to happen. It's going to go to the Lightning instead. That's going to wrap things up for this video, though, guys. As always, if you enjoyed it, I'd appreciate you consider subscribing, liking the video. You never have to. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.